Oh, wow. Somebody's already here. Hello. I have all sorts of apologies to make about the fact that I'm late. It wasn't my fault. It was YouTube's fault. Oh, yeah. I'm supposed to put the thing in the chat. So, put your questions in here. And then I'll paste it, and then I'll hit enter. And then I'll turn off top chat, and I'll make it live chat so I can see it better. Right. And then I'll shake the chair a lot. Howdy. The puppy's sleeping right now, but the puppy will be awake before the end tonight because she sleeps for like an hour. And if she isn't, I'll wake her up because she'll need to go out pottying anyway. But for right now, she's asleep. I'm going to look up the thing here, and then I'm going to explain some about why I was late tonight because it's so stupid. It made me angry. I tried to get on here like, hey, well, Amanda, it's been a while since I've even done one. So sorry about that. I had this whole like deal where like I had this all set up and ready to go. When you first sign in, there's like you fill out a little thing, and I was going to put the question box in the description. I was going to make it like all pro, right? I sat down like at like 9:40 and got this filled out. So I come back and I go live and go to the next step, right? So I do this and I come back and I can't find the button for next to go to next. And then I messed something up and then I had to start all over. And then I realized that when I would type anything in the little description box that like went more than one line, the little button that says next would disappear. And I couldn't do the I couldn't even advance anywhere it was just so, I'm not explaining it correctly, but trust me, it was frustrating. It was infuriating. So it was infuriating. So here's the other thing that's kind of cool. I'm not going to be using these tonight because I haven't worked with them a lot and I don't really know them that well. But this is a set of runes that I made. Now, this is the part where like I say this and then like the DNR sees it and then they like come get me for removal of natural resources. But are you really going to prosecute every rock picker out there, right? So last year I had this idea that I was going to take some rocks that I already had purloined from the shores of Lake Superior and I was going to make a set of runes. And so I scrounged through all the rocks that I had from various different trips that had ones that were the right size, the right shape, kind of worked, sort of makeshift, and I made runes out of them. And they didn't really do anything for me. So I thought what I'll do this time is when I go up north, I will specifically look for rocks to complete it's for pixely. Let's see what happens. Let me see if I can fix it. So runes, I'll pop this back on Wi-Fi and see if that helps it be less pixely. And hopefully we won't get disconnected. Hang tight. Hang tight. Everything's going to be okay. Basically like stones or pieces of like pieces of wood or something like that have the little runic symbols on them in some way. And then you take them and it was like a Norse thing, like a Vikings thing. They would take them and then they would throw them and then they would read them. We don't really know how they interpreted them. There are lots of different ways that people interpret them now. But I never really never really got the whole deal. So it never really struck me as something, but I keep coming back to the idea of like, I want to do them. And I've made my own sets before out of like the little marbles that you get at the dollar store, that kind of thing. But yeah, so they're like a divination thing for those that don't know. But this time I set out with the express intent that all the rocks that I pick up are going to be specifically for this set. I'm going to look for specifically a set of runes. And you know what? It worked. All right. Even though I'm still not comfortable doing readings for other people with them, and I'm still not comfortable, doing them without checking my own interpretation against something else. Oh no! I'm seeing like I feel like tossing it on the floor. I'm not real in depth with these, So I'm not going to use them tonight, but they definitely have a much different feel going out and specifically collecting the materials to make them rather than going, what do I have around the house or what can I find at the dollar store? So this is one of those things where finding something in nature, if you can, apparently does make a difference, or at least setting out with intent, you know, to do it. So I'm pretty happy with how they turned out. That is my story of my room. My rooms. And then I'll tell you the story of the puppy real quick. The story of the puppy is my Baba got a pit bull puppy and she is almost 80. And as a result, her skin is like paper thin. And so a bitey puppy was not a good idea. So we're taking her and getting her acclimated because the puppy was taken away from her mom too soon. The puppy was given to my Baba at 6 to be around other dogs to like kind of learn how to be a good dog. And so she's coming to stay here and we can hopefully get her through that bitey phase. We're kind of fostering her right now. Wow, let's get shuffling. Feeling about stones and where you got them. Yes, mother is for gift use, for consent. She goes, yeah, I'm not so much a Mother Earth type person. I don't see it as a personification, but yes, oh, good. The circle, the pinwheel of doom. Okay. Let's go back here. Is because I have to stream through a laptop rather than my phone, which gets much better signal with the data and stuff. So, yeah. But no, I don't believe in I don't. I mean, I'm like, yeah, this is cool that I got these and I came out with intent and respect, but I don't see the earth as I don't personify the earth in this. An anthropomorphs. Makes sense to me. I guess that's all that matters. So, okay, so like we have 3 dogs. It's been frozen this whole time. Oh, I'm so tired of this. I so don't even, okay. Typing and irritated. Okay, did it come back? I've complained a few that anything, maybe refresh. If people, some of you can see it and some of you can't, maybe refresh or something. This is so frustrating because literally YouTube was so good. Do you guys remember when I switched from Twitch because of this to YouTube specifically because of this problem? And it was fine for like 2 or 3 weeks because we were on YouTube. And then fucking YouTube is like, oh no, you can't use your phone anymore. So I'm now on a problem. I am so, it's like there's no good. Maybe I'm cursed.
What?
I'm talking to myself. Well, no, I'm not. I'm talking to people through the computer. But I might be talking to myself depending on the internet. So, I don't know either. Anyway, tell YouTube thank you for their bullshit. Because
thank you, YouTube, for your bullshit. Was that supposed to be sincere?
Because like the thing of the reason that I can't use my phone, which works better and doesn't freeze up a lot, is because it cuts out again. Jesus Christ! I've tried it on both. I've tried it on data and I've tried it on Wi-Fi. It's just not working. Yeah. I'm really frustrated. I'm like, I am so super frustrated here. Like, this makes me like, yeah, I'm using a laptop. Oh. Yeah, I can't connect a cable directly to it. It would be impossible. It's completely different side of the house. And yeah. Is it going now? Oh, I'm currently not frozen. Like, I can't tell. I like literally cannot tell when it's frozen or when it isn't frozen. It doesn't give me any indication or anything like that. And this is just so super frustrating. I'm just mad because I switched to YouTube and it was so good because I could do it on my phone over data and it was working and all of that. And then ta-da, I might need to like put the whammy on this or something. We might need to do something like that. Like, I'm almost like afraid to do a reading because I'm going to get halfway, not even halfway. I'm going to like turn over the first card and it's going to be like, oh, the Wheel of Death that I can't see, by the way. Again, it doesn't tell me at all if there's any problem. So that's fantastic. I hope all of it recorded. People can see how fucking shitty the YouTube through the browser is when you can't do it through the app. But yeah, I will pull as much negativity as I like. All right. Let's see. Let's take a look. I'm looking. Am I going to meet someone to have a family? Oh, good. All right. It's frozen again. I'm up. Okay, for 2 seconds. All right, so am I going to meet a family, or am I going to meet someone to have a family with? This is someone asking, am I going to meet someone to have a family with? Tammy, I will be as negative as I like. So, am I going to meet someone to have a family with? Says this person, going to meet someone to have a family with. And you know what we're going to do? We're going to do 3 cards on this one. All right. Hopefully I didn't do this one already last week. So this is just a past, present, future. Just a past, present, future on that. So the first one I've got here is the Wheel of Fortune reversed. Past shows you had bad luck in love. Well, you know, oh, no, there wasn't one last week. I mean, the last time we did it, 1,000 years ago. 1,000 years ago. No, it's hundreds and thousands of, you know, the robot guy. Tangerine. It's so good to just brush my teeth. And it tastes like shrimp. Okay. Okay, the Wheel of Fortune. Not great, not lucky in love type thing. The Star reversed is present, sort of running out of hope, sort of running out of ideas, sort of running out of sort of running out of, I don't want to say passion, because it's a romance question, and I don't want it to sound like I'm saying romantic passion. All the words that I can think of to describe this, I guess longing or running out of, I'm trying to think of a non-romance related word, but when we really, really want something, we always put it towards romance, don't we? I guess, so you're running out of the drive, you're running out of the ambition to keep going forward. It's all, you know, starting to seem like, okay, I'm not going to be able to figure this out. It's not going to happen for me. But future, here's your advice. This is the Two of Wands. I want to look at this picture very closely. This picture, I love this picture, okay? This guy has the whole world in his hand right there. See, this is the micro. And out here, there's the macro. Now, I burped. I wasn't going to throw up, but it did taste like shrimp. So here's this guy, right? And he's looking. He can see all of this world out here, okay? And then he's got this right here, this little globe. And this very strong feeling that I'm getting from this is that you may, in fact, be a person who believes that you know exactly how it's very small. See? All right. So you think you can see the whole picture. You can see everything. You have perfect clarity. You think you basically are, you know exactly how everything is the idea. I don't want to say know it all, but in terms of you have a very set notion of how the world is and what the world should look like, but you can't see the whole world from where you are. You can only see the part that you can hold in your hand, right? You can't see what's beyond those mountains. You can't see what's beyond that thing. Now, this guy is looking away from this and looking out of the horizon. This is telling you you need to broaden your horizons in terms of trying to find someone or trying to find happiness. Because what I'm seeing in this is that you have been, again, very unlucky with love, and you've started to run out of the ambition to go out and find something. And I think as a result, you've narrowed things down to, okay, it has to happen this way. I want it to look exactly like this. And I am going to find it by doing the things that I am willing to do. Like, and I don't mean like you should go out and do anything that you're not willing to do, like sexually with someone, but I mean things like, if you're like, I will never do online dating, ever. Okay, well, you've just cut yourself off from an avenue there. You've just cut yourself off from a way to meet people. I will never go on a blind date. I will never do whatever. So if you're doing activities and things like that, where you're meeting the same core group of people over and over, little world, you're not going to have a chance to meet people that are out there in that great big world. Ta-da! And then I do that reading, and then this is the part where suddenly it's like, you've been disconnected. Anyway, so that's basically the reading. It's saying that you cannot let this past, your past disappointments kill your enthusiasm. Kill your enthusiasm for meeting new people, having new experiences, as opposed to trying to force everything to fit together perfect. You know what I mean? Into what you already have imagined and what you have already decided is going to happen in this relationship that's going to come to you. And you need to broaden your circle of whatever, and maybe give in on some things that you've been digging your feet in on. Online dating keeps coming up. Online dating in my head keeps coming up as, I will never do online dating. I will never do, and that might be a thing, it might not be a thing, but that just keeps coming up in my head. Like some very strong thing about, like, I'm not going to do the apps. I'm not going to do the dating sites. I'm not going to do whatever. I'm going to meet this person this specific way. And you're not seeing the whole thing. So, all right. So that was the advice it gave you. It didn't give you a real answer. It didn't tell you yes or no. So that means it's still up to you. Okay. Oh, here is a past life thing. Uh-oh. I gotta undo some shit immediately. Whoops. Uh-oh, how do I undo some shit? I think I accidentally got rid of somebody's question. Sorry. Oh, wait, there it is. Sorry. Ooh. Oh, that's okay that I deleted that one. I already answered that one. Okay. All right. So what I have here, I recently got from my second trip to London. Okay. I felt very at home both times. I want to know if I had any past lives there, and if I did, what were they like? I also took day trips to Bath and Stonehenge and felt very connected to both. Maybe I also lived there. So let's take a look, all right? And let's see this person's whole past life scenario. And I don't really do past life readings, so I don't know if it's going to tell you yes. I don't know. How do I come up with a did you have a past life type thing? Oh, nope, I'm not taking a drink of that. Nope, absolutely not. See, I brushed my teeth before I come on here. I brush my teeth every single time, okay? And I don't know why I do that, because it's not like you can smell my breath, but I'm always afraid that, I don't know, you're going to know that I didn't brush my teeth. Like, I didn't shower. I didn't go like, oh, they might smell me, but I was like, I brushed my teeth, you know, because they're going to know somehow. So let me try to figure this out. You know what? You know, it's good for this. I bet you know. Crystal ball. Now, hopefully, I get something out of it this time, because the last time, okay, the last time that I did a Crystal Writers Retreat, right? And we turned off the thing. We're like, we're going to try to contact some specific, like, dead relatives type thing, right? And what we got was something local. And it was a guy who worked at a gas company. And it was like, okay, that's not who we're looking for. Let's try to get somebody else in. So then we got in like this woman. And she's like, oh, and my husband worked for the gas company. And I'm like, oh my God, are you kidding me? This is so we'll give this a try and we'll see. But give me a second, questioner. And let's take a look. I'm sorry it's shaky. I have to rest my arms on the table. So. Just thought that someone tuned in right now, they'd be like, what is she doing? Because you can't see the thing. So, you know, if anybody's like, what the hell is she doing? Is it frozen? Be like, no. She's like trying to look and see if this person has a fucking past life thing going on. Quiet, I'm trying to describe this fucking thing. Well, I'm not getting like a strong thing of Bath in terms of if you're thinking like Regency or something. I am getting a lot of so there's been more than one. And like, I don't see Stonehenge, but I do see like a lot of grass and a lot of undeveloped, like, farmland type stuff. So we're talking like, this is probably even pre-Roman at this point. But I don't see anything like Stonehenge or anything like that. I basically just see like field and definitely a feeling of sort of wildness and definitely pre-Roman. And while there are some things that look like they could be related to that, it just really comes across more as Greek. So it's possible that the architecture, because I don't know, is the architecture in Bath? Like, I've seen pictures, I've never been there. So like, is it like Greek revival type stuff or something like that? But I'm not seeing England there. I'm seeing like maybe you're being reminded of a different life. So yeah, that's like the wildest thing. So yeah. So you probably are resonating with it for a reason, but I did not get there was no feeling that whatever the sort of columns and bathing areas and stuff were not English that I saw. So Roman, is that what it is? I'm not like a smart person. I'm not like, what do you call it? Educated. Sorry. I have an ice cream headache after I do those. Anyway, I hope that helped. There was also very much a feeling in the first one of seeing the open sort of untamed area of you being a little girl at the time of the thing that I was seeing. So yeah. Yes, edumacated. That is in fact. Okay. So this came back in June. Sorry for not getting to it. So we'll do it for the next, what do you call it? I feel like I'm in a time of huge upheaval in my life on both the work and home life fronts. Any insight on what's going on and what I can expect in the next 3 to 6 months? Okay. All right. Any insight on what's going on in this person? So because I didn't get to this before and it's now July, let's do 6 months from July on out. One card for the next 6 months. Okay, I feel like I'm in a time of huge upheaval in my life on both the work and home life fronts. The insight what's going on, what can they expect in the next 3 to 6 months? Ah! Why don't you all just fall on the floor then? Okay. So this person for the next 3 to 6 months. Sorry, I've got this. It's a little bit hard after you do the crystal ball because it's like you get an ice cream headache. All right, so July, August, September, October, November. I know what comes next. I'm just making room. Are you like, Jenny, December? Yes, I know. So here's what it's looking like. July is full of a lot of fears, a lot of anxiety, a lot of things that aren't the way they seem. Things are not as always seem type thing here. I will tell you that this looks like it's very much about your work situation rather than about anything personal. There is something personal coming up, and that is we've got August, the Lovers reversed. I don't usually say that this has something to do with a breakup, but it does feel like there's going to be some sort of romantic trouble. What? You're fine. But there is going to be some sort of romantic trouble or falling out, or falling out with someone that maybe you had romantic designs on, but nothing materialized. But look out for that in August. In September, we've got the Six of Pentacles. This feels very much work related. And to me, this feels very much like you are not going to be getting No. You're not going to be as valued for your work, your superior work, than as this, as another person is for their less good work. Less good. Isn't that great? No, like, okay, you're not going to feel valued in September. You're going to feel like the more you work, you're still not getting treated fairly with other employees. The next one coming up, the Page of Wands. This is, where did it go? July, August, September, October. You are going to start looking at other avenues in October, and this is a good sign that you should start looking at other avenues for work in October. But, oh, that's okay, Nat, because for like the first 20 minutes, it was me just ranting about how much I hate YouTube streaming problems and how, like, they gave me hope and they rid away by not letting us do it from our phones anymore. So the next thing coming up then, like I said, it's good for you at this point to set off on exploring your options, because we see you riding off into a more prosperous future, possibly a change of job. But notice he's starting his journey. Okay, so they'll be starting the journey towards this new job. Okay, so July, let's just to recap real quick as we go through here. July is a lot of things that aren't as they seem. Some fear, some deception. August, there is going to be some sort of romantic trouble or some trouble relating to, it could be relating to past bad choices. Wouldn't it suck if somebody you used to bone got hired at your work? Then you're going to start feeling undervalued. Okay. And then, and that's going to be in September. You're going to start realizing that more. October, you're going to start considering and looking for other options. November is when you're going to really start to seriously pursue. And December is when you are going to kind of have had enough and you're going to throw down them swords and walk away. Okay, that's what this is. Usually I say this is, you're going to be leaving it in the bag, but it's not actually on Twitter today because I was super, what do you call it? No, not late. I took a lot of THC oil and I'm pretty fucked up and have been. Oh yeah, you can. If I don't get to it, please don't be angry. There's a lot of questions in here that I'm going through. So that's some insight. That's what's going on. If you get the opportunity comes up, another position or explore another position. He didn't say baked. He said late. He didn't say baked. That's late. But that's because I was late getting started. And here's the thing. Even though I started out early, I was still late. And so he was like, at like 9:20, I was like, well, it's like 9:20. It's time. And he's like, it's time to start being late for your things. I'm always scrambling to get this going. I'm not on the road in Bumbuck, Kansas. Oh my God, carry on, my wayward, ambiguous intent. In Kansas. Womp, womp, womp. We'll clear that. All right. Will I be more successful self-publishing or going traditional? Let's take a look at this person's thing. We're going to do self-publishing traditional. What happens? So self-publishing, traditional. Okay, wow. This is exciting to me. The question is, this person wants to know whether there will be more successful self-publishing or traditional. But It looks like a toss-up. There's pros and cons. You got a pros and cons. Here is your Three of Cups. This is about self-publishing. You're going to have a lot more community and a lot more support. Let me be the first to warn you that this could be good or bad. Be careful. In the indie community, there's a lot of fucking, like, mutants. I don't know how else to describe it. Like a bunch of people who are like, you should do this. You should invest like $600 to do a blog tour to all of these like blogs that, you know, whatever. And then they're going to want you to throw all your money out. And it's going to be this whole thing. You need to find a good support system, but you will system if you go indie. All right. Whew. Anyway, the other thing, you are going to be setting off on a quest, on a journey of deeper understanding, of deeper, what do you call it? You're going to have a lot of emotional growth. You're setting out on a lot of emotional growth, but it's also, again, on a journey, a little bit of a trial. Okay, you are going to grow emotionally. Here's the thing. You've got a little Lovers reversed again, and in your case here, it is going to kill some of your passion to have to do the business side. This, to me, is a very obvious reason because it makes me feel like, okay, this kind of validates my experience. If you go to the very, very top, if you're in the live chat, if you scroll all the way through to the very, very top, it should be the second message at the very, very top. Wait, I can just paste it. Hang on. Paste. Voila. So yeah, it will kill some of your passion. It will kill some of your, but you are going to have an emotionally fulfilling experience here. Now, traditional publishing, again, no shock to anyone. You're not going to have as much power. You're not going to have as much action that you can put over. Yeah, I forgot that it was still on the clipboard from when I pasted it before. I don't know why I didn't just paste it. See you, buddy. The Queen of Cups is what comes up next, though, and it shows you being able to master your emotions a little bit better. Now, when I talk about mastering your emotions, up here you've got emotional growth. This is also kind of, I think this means you're going to learn to communicate. You're going to have to learn to communicate in a gentler way than you're used to. I get the feeling that gentle communication is perhaps not your fort here, okay? Then, boom, we've got the Page of Cups. The Page of Cups is, I think that this is, I never like the Page of Cups. I don't ever like him when he comes up. But I think in this case, this is another thing. Like, you're going to have to learn to take advice. You're going to have to learn to listen. You're going to have to learn to listen to some ridiculous stuff. Yeah. So, but there's nothing really in here about success, just different kinds of success. And basically, success is personal. What I'm getting here is all about your personal development. So I'm not seeing, oh, if you go one way, it's going to be this huge explosion of money. And if you go the other way, you've passed up on that chance forever. It looks like whatever your path is in terms of your writing career, the success is not the issue. Whatever thing is going on you and your writing or whatever it is that you need to know about you and your writing thing right now is that you need to find a way to use it to make some sort of emotional growth. So, and it can go either way. But it did look like maybe the fun one that might kill your joy of craft a little bit is the indie, which a lot of people would tell you. There are some people that are like, no, I'm so inspired by being indie. But there are also, but the other one, it looks more like you're going to have to develop skills or you'll get a chance to develop skills that maybe you wouldn't develop otherwise. Yeah, sometimes the cards do that. In Soviet Russia, the cards read you. Okay. Make a drink of this. Hey, what's going on with that puppy? Is it awake? Are you even there? Oh, well. All right, the TLDR version is, will I be in a loving romantic relationship this year? And if not, when will I be? And is the guy I just slept with trustworthy? The longer version is, I have a long history of, if not abusive partners, then kind of asshole partners. The last one ended 2 years ago. I haven't dated or had sex since Easter 2017. After them, my then partner turned out to be a self-loathing conservative who went on to make an Alex Jones type of ranty live stream for lols and for external validation. Whoa, okay. This is a lot of information. It's not that I don't care about this. It's not, but basically it's a lot of information that is I'm not gonna read it all because it's really personal. So what I'm gonna do is we're just gonna, I'm not gonna do a reading on all this stuff about his job or like his background or anything like that. We're gonna do one thing, and that's, will you be in a relationship? You know what? Let's just do it general, because there's like a lot of stuff here. There's like just a general, your love life. So this questioner's love life. By the way, I don't mind a lot of detail, but sometimes it's hard to tell what question wants to be covered. And like, I could have probably gotten 14 questions out of that one. So sometimes it's okay to be more general, especially if it's something like, I didn't necessarily want to read that out loud. You know what I mean? So let's take a look at your love life. We'll do a 10 card on your love life. $10 card on this person's love life. Just tell them what they need to know about their love life. These cards are like a little bit rude. It's not me. This is not me. First of all, I feel like I may not be the first person, the first reader you've asked about this. Or perhaps you've done your own readings on this, on the subject of your love life. Because the overall feeling, all right, the overall feeling here is that you're impatient. It's kind of what they're saying. Not like, and it's not based on anything you said in here, but there is a feeling of, we've already told you. So I think you have, yeah. So let's go. Oh, I can see myself lagging now. I saw that. That's the only time I've seen that. Okay. All right. So your first card, the reason that I say that is because the first card that came up is the 5 of Pentacles. And the second I put it down, I got a very strong, oh poor me. Which is weird because your question was not written that way at all. It wasn't like, oh, poor me, how am I ever going to find love? It was like, okay, this is the situation and this shit's fucked up and blah, blah. You were very matter of fact in your question. So this is what made me think that maybe you have, that you have maybe, oh, I got distracted by something in the comments. Anyway, the point is, this is what made me think that maybe you have been asking oracles or anything or something else. Okay. So the Five of Swords is what crosses you. So that's another thing. Is this sort of idea of taking my toys and going home type feeling from these guys in the back is what stuck out to me the other time. So I feel like you have asked this question, like I said, of other readers, or you have asked this question, or you've asked questions along this vein of tarot or some oracle on your own. And it's almost like these cards are saying that your degree of shopping, not degree of shopping, what your sort of like it's sort of like it's saying you are shopping for the right answer, I guess, or answer that you're looking for. So the Nine of Pentacles is what's in the third thing, which isn't that bad. You know what I mean? Like this is saying that you're still going to have a good outcome. So chill out. Like that's literally what this is saying, because what it's showing me here is, yeah, like, okay, it's like, okay, you're pitying yourself and you keep on asking for the right answers. When you don't get them, you go on to the next thing, and it's going to be okay. Just, you know what, this is what's happening. Just chill, just rest, because this is what you're headed for. Let's take a look at the past. The reason here that you have, you always have very high hopes. This is my high hopes guy. He looks like that dude that sings that song. A little bit like Benedict Cumberbatch in a silly hat. But anyway, but look at this guy. This is a guy who's looking at something he values very much. Clearly value relationship and things like that. So there's, you know, this dream, this hope, this fresh, sort of naive, I'm going to go for this type thing in the past. You haven't lost hope, okay? But you have definitely started to become a little bit more cynical, which is why Judgment card reversed. You have become cynical lately, you know, because you're feeling like this is what's coming up. Oh my gosh. Oh no. You know, this is the party's over card. The party's over. It's time to call it a day. I don't know why that song just popped in my head and why that particular phrase, but that is like the song of your relationship. Go look it up on Spotify. The party's over. It's time to call it a day. Something, no matter how you pretend, you knew it would end this way type thing. Okay. So that's like the sphere that, no. Wow, that's weird. I don't generally get song auditory stuff. I don't generally get clairaudience. At least not when reading. But I get it. I do get that. So basically, you know what's going to come up in this next relationship. You see this pattern. You see that things are going on. But let's see if it's actually happening or if it's just your mind. So. Okay. So, are you the same person that put in the other, well, you're not going to want to tell me, but if you are the same person that put in the earlier question about whether or not you'll find someone to be with, like the prelude to the last reading now, because we have, here you are, the Two of Wands, and it is the exact same feeling, intuition-wise. You have a plan for how it's supposed to work out and how you're going to see it work out and how it is, okay? So there is, you know, you can't see everything past the horizon, but you do see this small picture, and this is what you know, this is how the world is. I can see it. And I have a full understanding of it, and I can see it from all sides, when really you can't see it from all sides. You can only, you know, see what's in front of you. Which is why I wondered if you were the same person. If you're not, that's fine. It's just that you're both kind of in the same place, and you're both kind of got that same feeling of, you think you know exactly how everything is going to go down, when maybe you aren't looking at the broader spectrum, the broader scope in front of you. There are a lot of things going around here. I'm sorry that you're freezing up. I've been switching back and forth between Wi-Fi and data, and it's just not working. I don't know what to tell you. I'm just going to keep chugging along and hope I get to 1,000 subscribers so I can go back to doing it on my phone. Like those couple weeks, I was like, oh my gosh, it's so wonderful. Everything's fantastic and all of that. And now it's a pixelated mess all the time because apparently it's not okay to stream from your phone unless you have 1,000 subscribers. So anyway, Death Reversed is telling you, what do you call it? Resistance to change. This is a resistance. This is you're trying to stand in the way of. You are trying to keep things at the same. These are not things that you can do. You cannot keep changes that are occurring the same, view them the same, or expect them to go the same as they did in the past. You have to be ready that changes is coming. Right, I know. And I've only been on YouTube since like I think like 2010 or something, or 2011. So woo! That'll be what, like, I don't know, 9 more years and I can stream on the thing. Yeah. I don't think the archive video lags either. So, this is going to sound okay. So, this is good. I mean, yeah, like people, what I've been doing is I've been asking people to like follow me, like I've been like subscribed, but like just don't subscribe to the alerts and just like turn me off the alerts because that way I'll at least have a subscriber and like you don't have to watch it at all. Anyway, the thing that we've got coming up is you do have a fear of doing work. You do have a fear. That sounds mean. Sorry, it's not me. It's the cards. It's what's coming up. You have a fear of having to do work or having to do change on yourself. Okay, there's an unwillingness here to bend, and that's the other reason that I was talking about asking if you were the person from before as well. Okay? Because the last card that came up is the Wheel of Fortune reversed. What this means is if you continue on in this manner, if you continue on expecting, cynically expecting everything to go exactly the way it did in the past, okay, and definitely not being able, like deciding ahead of time that you know how this is all going to shake out. You've decided ahead of time that you know how this is all going to shake out, okay? Then you're not going to be able to turn your luck around. You're going to want to turn your luck around. So without going into all of the other stuff in there, that is what it's telling you you need to do. Basically what these cards just told you is you have got to not pity yourself, okay? You've got to not resist change and not think that you know how everything's going to go down ahead of time in a cynical manner. So anyway, that is that. And hopefully that didn't make somebody mad to me. Because sometimes people get mad at the reader and I'm just the messenger and I'm not saying mean things. I'm just saying things that the card said. Doot, doot. All right. Okay. How is Jim Beaver? Bobby. I hope he's doing okay. Did something happen to Jim Beaver? Did something happen to Jim Beaver? I'm very upset about this. I don't want to think about that. Okay. Okay. I'm going to clear these before we answer this question. I should write some songs. I've been thinking about that lately as I was like, I should learn how to play a song on the guitar. Like I know how to put, like, let me revise. I know how to play songs on the guitar. I mean, I should like put in the work to actually make it sound good. People were being mean to Bobby. Idiots. Not in a fond way. Idiots in a bad way. All right. Well, he's probably fine then. I mean, I'm not going to do a, you know. Oh, I know. They respect veterans, I'll tell you. They respect veterans so much that they sent abusive hate mail to my uncle because I said something mean about guns. Because they decided to use my dad. You know what's interesting? The idea of, well, I'm not going to get into that because I feel like the government already has me on a list. So I'll keep that shit to myself. You know what I'm going to do instead? I'm just going to like reread a Terry Pratchett book or something and not say a bunch of political shit that will later be shown at my fucking trial before they take me out back and immediately hang me with a noose made of piano wire. Okay, I've got, should I pursue my YA or my romance writing? There's no reason you can't do both. We're going to pull one card on that. All right, say something, Penny. Let's do this. Say it. I'm all for that. I've never declared this a politics free zone. Oh, I thought you were gonna say, oh my God, I thought you were gonna be like, I have to tell you something. You made that sound like dramatic. Everybody's talking about like politics and shit, and then you're like, y'all, I have to say something. Like, that's how I would say it. I'd be like, y'all, I have to say something. And then like that, it would be like, I have got it. And then you're like, it's my air conditioning. I'm so glad it's air conditioning. And not like, this is the moment Penny flips out. All right. Okay. It is serious. I'm glad that they have AC. Okay. So, should I pursue my YA or my romance writing? We're going to do 2 cards. 2 cards to this. Ugh. Stay there. 2 cards. YA or romance writing? YA. Romance writing. Okay, it looks like in your romance writing that you have 2 ideas that you're kind of trying to choose between. Maybe more, but there's 2 contenders that you're trying to choose between. YA, probably going to give you more of a headache right now. Not going to feel as rewarding. You got more ideas and you got more like options. You feel like you've got more options in romance. Maybe start out on the romance path. So like my uncle was at the, what do you call it? Was in like, you know, when there was that war that we had in like the 90s.
Right.
Yeah, Kuwait. Yeah, whatever. Gulf, whatever. So he was in that, and he said that he got off the plane and it said 127 degrees when he got off the plane in Kuwait or wherever they were. And he was like, it's 127 degrees, but it's a dry heat. What does that even fucking matter if it's a dry heat, if it's 127 degrees? I'm just saying. Hey, Mr. Jen. Bring that puppy to me.
But she's asleep.
I know, but she's going to stay asleep, and I got to show people the puppy before too late. Wake the puppy. Wake the puppy. So, come here. Hi. This is the puppy. This is, well, her name is Sophie, but I've been calling her Dracula Jr. or Dracula because I've been trying to get her to be called, to answer to both. Okay. So she is just puppy breath. It's so gross. Don't eat my hair and no bite. I know it was. I'm not complaining. I just don't want her to eat my hair or bite me. Oh, yes, you're so tired, girl. You're so tired, you're tired, girl. Yes. So anyway, I'm calling Dracula Jr. and she's, we're getting her a no bite. Good girl. Mouthing is okay. You can mouth, but don't bite. No bite. She has to be taught not to bite and not to play rough. And no, that's gentle. And she's having to learn how to play gently. And having 2 dogs already helps teach her that, because one of them is very old and is not afraid to bark and snap at her. And I wouldn't let them hurt her, but she does need to learn boundaries. So, yeah. She was taken from her mother too soon. So, yeah, she is orally fixated. And she does chew like this. Oh, the chewing and the mouthing isn't the issue, but she does get excited and then she bites hard during play. So the mouthing, this is just puppy mouthing. But when she bites hard, that's when she goes in the naughty corner. She has to go in the naughty corner. And that's actually been working, Matt, and letting her be around the other dogs. So, but this mouthing is just because she was weaned too early. Because you can see what she's doing with my finger. She's trying to nurse off the finger. So she tried to nurse off the neighbor dog at her house. Yep, we are crating her, but not as a punishment. Obviously, the crating is to keep her safe at home. But we are pretty experienced with dogs in general. This is our, let's see, there was Tucker, and we've got Sammy, Muggsy, Melanie, Coraline. So this is the 6th dog that we've taken care of. So she very clearly, this is a trying to nurse thing to soothe herself. And unfortunately, like I said, she would get too excited and she would bite. And also her owner was very, getting older, and her skin couldn't keep up or couldn't hold up to even the, you are being so good. That's a good girl, Dracula. Not the face. Nope, no bite the face. Please don't suck my shirt. No. That's a good girl, Dracula. Yes. You're a good baby. Good baby. You think she should go potty before she goes to bed? Okay, can I go potty? So, bye, everybody. Say hi to her gorgeous blue eyes. Okay, there you go.
Why'd you open the tangerine and not drink it?
Because it tasted like shrimp.
It doesn't taste like shrimp. Well,
you can have it then. Anyway, so that's the dog, and she's actually, that's pretty good. The mouthing actually the biting has gotten a lot better. as the day has gone on, as she has made the mistake of being too rowdy with a 13-year-old pit bull who's very gentle but very impatient. So she gets barked at and growled at, and then she backs off like, "Whoa, I'm not supposed to be fighting and playing really hard with everybody." And so it's been kind of an adventure today. She's pretty reliably potty trained. I think she had a few accidents at her owner's place. I keep saying her owner, like we don't know it's my Baba. She had a few accidents at my Baba's house, but like Baba said, it sometimes it was just she didn't understand that the dog needed to go out because she'd never had a puppy before. So she sort of wasn't prepared for the biting, and she didn't quite know the cues because there are cues like with puppies that like their buttholes like pop out like a turkey timer when they're ready to go to the bathroom. She didn't really know that part. So she just couldn't keep up. So we're gonna foster her for a while, get her trained up, and go from there. You know, that's what I should do for a living, guys, is take care of training dogs, like training dogs for people, because I'm like really good. I have a dog. I have that beagle, that 17-year-old beagle. That dog was messed up when I got him, and I had to like change his name and all that stuff, right? I had to like go through, we had to like change his name and try to reprogram him so he could like, he wouldn't bite everybody and piss on the floor if you moved too fast because he was so afraid, and hump everything for dominance and all of that. We really like we really had to work with that dog, and now he's like not perfect. He's, you know, but he's, you know, he doesn't piss all over the floor because he's afraid all the time. But also, yeah, if you ever adopt a dog, I highly recommend changing its name. They'll give it to you at the shelter and say, "Oh, his name is this." In 7 days, with you can give a treat when they respond to the new name. It'll take about 7 days. That's not a joke. It takes about 7 days to change a dog's name. We changed it. Well, his name was Samson. We changed it to Willie Nelson. Trained him, changed it to Sammy. Changed it back, and then he like kind of clicked because they had called him Sammy too. But for the time that I was trying to like sort of revamp him and reprogram him, I just changed his name to Willie Nelson. And then Willy Nilly and stuff. And he still answers to Willie Nelson, but dogs will answer to more than one name too. That's the truth. I wouldn't lie to you. So anyway, that's like the Jenny Trout dog show. The Jenny Trout dog, whatever. What's the perfect name for the business? Hounds of Blade Traskerville. Blade Trasket will be a character in the upcoming Centaur bullshit that's going to be on my blog. Okay. So you're supposed to pursue your romance writing? All right. I have a question here. I have been, whoops, bloopy bloop. Oh, wait. I have to turn it this way. Bloopy bloop. Okay. I have been questioning my gender over the past year. Am I really trans, or am I just making it up? Some kind of psychosomatic thing. If you're asking that question, you are probably transgender. If you are asking, am I transgender? Consider you're asking that question. I don't think people who aren't transgender put that much thought into it. But he's not a centaur werebear. It's a whole thing. We've got it. A bear tar. It's like a horse. It's like a horse's body. It's like a horse's body with a bear's head. Bear tar. Did you go potty? Good job. Oh, pee-pee and poopy. What a good
he just pooped.
Oh, well, whatever. What a good girl! What a good girl! Well, I guess fall over backwards if that's how you want to do it. That's the other thing. She got taken. She got taken, you know, from her family or from her mom too soon, and she has like all sorts of balance and walking shit going on. So, all right. A big spider. Can you take a picture of it? I want to see it. Is it a wolf spider? Oh, it's outside. So it's like probably an old beaver of some kind.
It's one of those big butt spiders, I think. You can't have my hair either.
Well, cut your hair.
No, I'm not cutting.
A business bear. I can't even get over the bear tar thing. It's no bear tar.
My hair.
You want to bring that puppy over and see if she wants to go in her crate? I'll do it because she's. Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Like maybe a bear. Like I was thinking a bear like the animal. Like it'd be like the top. Build a bear tar. Anyway, we got to do this. This is important. Anyway, I started thinking of a bear like a gay guy, like a hairy gay guy, like a big hairy gay guy. What are we doing? The questioning gender. Am I really trans or am I making up some kind of psychosomatic thing? Like I said, I'm pretty sure that if you're thinking about it this hard, that's probably your answer. That you are, because I don't think cis people think about it all that hard. I think they go, am I transgender? Nope. I think that's kind of how it goes. So if you're putting a lot of thought into it, let's see. We'll take a look. Let's do three cards on this. Okay. Not any particular order. Just 3 cards. Okay. So what I've got here, okay? What I've got here is the Sun reversed. You have not been happy. This has taken a toll on your mental health. You have, this has been a rough thing for you. Okay. 8 of Pentacles reversed. I think this is the psychosomatic thing. I think you are thinking it applies to some people. It doesn't apply to me. And I'm working too hard to make something out of nothing. But here's the thing. You're on the right track. This is taking action. This is taking decisive action to secure a victory here. See this? Okay. What this is saying, I believe very strongly that what this is saying is that you haven't been happy. You feel like it's true for everybody but yourself and that you're working too hard to make it something it's not. But that's not the case. All right. You need to strike forward boldly and accept that, yeah, you know, you might not know exactly what's going on with you gender-wise, but you're not making it up. I don't think there's psychosomatic transgender stuff either, because that wouldn't, I don't know, that wouldn't make sense. It just wouldn't. All right. So I think I'm going to call it off here so I can put the puppy back to sleep. And because it's, what time is 11:21? Next week, I will be in the Wizard of Oz. Next week and the week after that, I will be in the Wizard of Oz at Comstock, Center Stage Theater, Comstock Community Auditorium. Right? So that is where so I won't be doing things that night, those nights, because I actually have Tech Sunday tomorrow, and I don't know. I was like, I was going to cancel this, but I canceled last week, and it was this whole business. So next week I won't be here, and the week after that I won't, because we'll be doing 2 shows a day both of those days, and that's just too much. It's too much to come in, do 2 shows, come home, try to get drunk, come in the next day, do another show.
What do you mean try to get drunk?
The ticket price is $12 for, yeah, I won't be at the meeting. $12 ticket price, 10 for seniors, 10 for students. So that is the story there. And yeah, I will see you all not next week or the week after, but the week after that. So yay! I'm gonna hit end stream. And then, in the meantime, tell a friend. Subscribe to Jenny. You don't have to watch her channel. She just needs to be able to stream on her phone. See ya. End.